The gang them grew up in Pollen. Couple of groupies, the gang them grew up in Pollen. Couple of groupies, the big way you niggas fly. No turbulence fly, why you niggas fly? Then you niggas getting screwed up funding. Why you niggas fly? Then your kindness screwed up off the roof, no ceilings. Got a skyline view when I'm riding the roof, no ceilings. Got a skyline view when I'm riding.
Gang, what's poppin', man? Welcome back. Another episode of Let's Talk Everything 414 podcast. How everybody doing out there, man? I hope everybody is living well. You feel me? You blessed today. I hope you ain't letting nobody take over your day. You understand? I hope you ain't letting nobody ruin your day with none of the negativity that the world has to put out there. Before we do get into it, y'all gotta hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because I got a video. You feel me? I want to go over, and it's about black people and how black people is tired of other black people shit, gang. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of y'all will be like, damn, where they do that at? You feel me? A lot of y'all will be wondering where they do that at. But like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we jumping right into it. You understand what I'm saying? We jumping right into it, gang. Let's do it.
Hey man, it's getting spooky. I just came across something called black fatigue, and basically it's white Americans are sick of our shit.
I got news for you. Black Americans are sick of your shit. Black people are sick of black people's.
Hey, one thing he ain't lying about, he ain't lying. Black people is shit.
Basically, society is saying that they're tired.
Right. Let me pause this and let this catch up, gang. Black people is sick of the black people shit, man. We hear it all the time.
Tired of how black people are blaming things that have happened to us historically in the past, and they are also now adding different things that they have seen in society to that behavior as well, like loud mouthing or maybe, you know, using certain words or certain behaviors in public.
Black fatigue. Hey, and I ain't gonna lie, you feel me? I gotta pop on that because, like I said, I think the same thing, man. I be witnessing that at a lot of places, you know, that me and the family go to. You know, a lot of black people, they got behavior that's not acceptable. You know what I'm saying? Even in public, gang, it's not acceptable nowadays. I'm talking about it done got so bad to where on Channel 6 the other day, I seen a restaurant put out a notification. And in the notification, they said, if y'all gonna come and eat at this restaurant, can you not come in this motherfucker smelling like marijuana? Can you please not come in smelling like marijuana? That right there alone was something, you know, to me, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, what? It was wild. It was very wild, man, because, you know, the people that was taking offense to the message, they like, damn, why do they got to single us out? Why is they targeting us out? In all reality, you know, it just what it was. You feel me? Because we do go everywhere smelling like weed. We go everywhere litty. We go everywhere turned. Let's get back to this video, though, and let's see what else being said. If this live keep being jumpy, I will restart it. I'm gonna restart StreamYard. StreamYard be jumpy a little bit, but just stay with me. Like I said, it wouldn't take nothing but a couple seconds. Let's see what's going on.
Especially within the black community. There's a growing frustration within certain behaviors, and more people are starting to speak up about it.
White people, black people, Hispanic people are saying we have black fatigue because of the behavior of some black people.
It's not racist to call black people out for their behavior and what they're doing to society at this moment. I'm glad people are noticing this because it's been so many years and it's finally catching up to y'all.
Damn. Listen, I mean, shit. I guess so, if you put it like that. If you put it like that, because a lot of motherfuckers do be talking about black people and the same old behaviors they got, the same old negative, you feel me, beliefs, the same limiting beliefs. Like,
so is there some truth to it, or is it just another form of racism? And how come so many black people are starting to speak up about this now? Either way, we got a lot to talk about today. Now, black fatigue is a growing term in the social media world, a phrase that's meant to explain a rising frustration, dissatisfaction.
Did y'all see that shit? What type of shit was that? You walked your fat ass past and you pushed over all them plays. You couldn't go around. You see what I'm saying? That's that black people shit we be talking about, gang. That's why black people be getting singled out now. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. And you talking about, oh, they trying to be racist against us. No. Let's go back over that again, man. Let's go back over that again. That shit was that was
and even
go back. That was bogus.
Speak up about this now. Either way, we got a lot to talk about today. Now, black fatigue is a growing term in the social media world, a phrase that's meant to explain a rising frustration, dissatisfaction, and even resentment towards a small portion of the black community and some of the dysfunctional behaviors that are increasingly being called out. But here's the thing, this isn't a new term. The phrase black fatigue was
Bitch, y'all at a graduation. You mean to tell me you finna do this at a motherfucking graduation? What the fuck wrong with these hoes? And they be angry when a motherfucker get to calling them out their name. Like, but for real, what's wrong with you bitches? Y'all think that shit cool? That shit don't look good. Don't nobody want to see y'all funky asses out there twerking all on the stage while people trying to graduate and walk across the stage for something they achieved. You understand what I'm saying? Something they succeeded in doing and they believed in themselves. Now you got your funky ass up here twerking like, bitch. Come on, man.
Was originally coined in 2020 by Mary Frances Winters, a black author from New York. She was inspired to explore the concept after hearing the same phrase come up again and again from black millennials. I'm tired, they kept on saying. The exhaustion wasn't just physical. It ran deep, tied to emotion, history, and identity. In her book, Black Fatigue, How Racism Erodes the Mind, Body, and Spirit, she explains that the original...
You know what? I got to speak on that too, because I think it was only right if our people come out and speak about us. You understand what I'm saying? Because if anybody else come out and say something about us, we tend to take that offensive. We tend to get, in defense mode, and we want to offend the other person who, you feel me, stated or made a statement that was so true that only us can fit the bill of. You understand what I'm saying? So writing this book and creating this book was a hammer on the nail. You feel me? And that nail was driven right into the coffin, because don't nobody in no community nowhere talk about what goes on in the black community. I'm talking about from black on black crimes. I'm talking about from stealing out of black stores. I'm talking about from not supporting black owned business. Nobody talking about that. Those are conversations that are hidden from the hood. In the hood, the niggas in the hood and the females in the hood don't want to talk about. They want to discuss.
meaning of the term was about the centuries-long toll of the systematic racism passed down through generations. Now was the original definition, but now the term has taken on a completely new meaning.
Now to black fatigue, it has recently been turned into a feeling that some white and black people have who say they are damn tired of foolishness of some black people.
It is a completely behavior-based issue, and you have black fatigue because of the behavior of some black people. We've all seen it,
and it's true. You understand what I'm saying? It's true, gang. Like they said, like we can't even front that move no more, because a lot of times, gang, we go places and we do things, and then we try to act like it's not us. We try to act like it's other people. We try to act like we being judged the wrong way. We try to act like all types of shit. You understand what I'm saying? But in natural reality, the fact of the matter is that it is us. We got to start learning to blame our own people.
Like people.
You understand what I'm saying? I have to restart that. Hopefully it's running better. Let's see.
Completely behavior-based issue.
That's the only thing I hate about that.
And when white people, black people, Hispanic people are saying we
ain't gonna play with the internet. We ain't gonna play like that.
Black fatigue because of the behavior of.
You see what I'm saying? Every time a nigga got something to pop, they don't wanna. Nah, we ain't gonna play with it though, gang. But at the end of the day, that black fatigue shit, I never heard of that. This is my first time hearing it. I don't know about y'all. This is my first time actually hearing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I really never heard of this. I have heard, time and time again about how people do be tired of our shit. I would too. Shit, I would too, goddamn it. I wouldn't lie. I'd be tired as hell of black people shit. As a matter of fact, we is, because when we try to go somewhere and live and enjoy ourselves, you feel me? You try to take your family out and enjoy yourself with your family. You can't even do that because you got somebody, on some bullshit. You got somebody always on some mess. You got somebody who want to start something with you. You got somebody who, you know what I'm saying, looking forward to starting drama. All of this shit, it matters. All of this counts. All of it counts. Trust and believe me, it all counts. At the end of the day, I feel like a lot of people, they wanted to speak out right about now. Let me restart this stream because I see it's so funny. Let me restart this. Hold up just a second. Let me restart this. Okay, gang, I'm back. I had to restart that. That stream yard. Most definitely did. Thank everybody that stayed. I had to restart that stream yard. I just told y'all I will restart. It wouldn't take nothing but 2 minutes. At the end of the day, yeah, man. Back to this video. Back to the video about this black fatigue, right? Fatigue, I guess, is something that everybody talking about. Everybody discussing. You understand what I'm saying? Now, like I said, some of us in the hood, we've been talking about like, goddamn, black people need to calm down. You feel me? With all that weed wearing shit. It's a few things I can name. With all the what? Y'all know how the black girls like, what? Huh? Like, gang, y'all, come on, man. It's a better way y'all can respond to that. You know, negative like that. But let's keep going with this video though.
Feeling that some white and black people have who say they are damn tired of foolishness of some black people.
It is a completely behavior-based issue. And when white people, black people, Hispanic people are saying we have black fatigue because of the behavior of some black people, we've all seen it. We all know what it is. It's everywhere.
There are thousands of TikToks on it, posts all over X.
Hey, it sound worse coming from a person that's not of our race. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I feel like the lady who wrote the book, you feel me, before I had to restart this StreamYard, this live, and I so apologize. The lady who wrote the book, which they gonna show, she spoke about it. And I said it before. I said it's only right if black people speak on the problems black people have, in our hood, in our community, because it'll show that we care. You know what I'm saying? When we don't speak, when we go as far as just turning the other cheek, gang, it show you how much we do not care. But let's watch these TikTok videos about black fatigue and watch how motherfuckers really tired of our shit.
YouTube videos, and even some mainstream outlets starting to cover it. I only started hearing about this term very recently, and at first I assumed it was mostly coming from people outside the black community, but to my surprise, a large portion of the conversation is actually being led by black people. And
that's what I said. Like I said, I never really heard of this term, gang. You know what I'm saying? But I have heard of black people talking about other black people and how they're tired of this shit. You feel me? You're being treated as if we ain't, the same race, we ain't the same color, we don't come from the same background. You understand?
And that's when I knew that I had to do my own research by looking into this and sharing my take on it with you. Many of the most viral TikToks on these topics are coming from within the community itself.
Black fatigue is real. Everybody is tired of black people, but it's two specific types of black people that everyone is tired of. Number one, everybody is tired of loud, ghetto, and ratchet, and violent, and mean, and angry all the time. Everybody is...
He not lying, gang. I got to give him a round of applause for that. I got you. Because at the end of the day, I'm even tired of that. In my community, gang, I'm tired of that. Like, gang, you go to a restaurant, you go to McDonald's, you go to the corner store, you go to the gas station, you go anywhere in the hood. You understand what I'm saying? And there's a black young girl in there, a black younger girl in her 20s, could be 19, early, 20s, whatever the case may be. You better believe you're finna get an attitude. You can have an attitude behind everything you ask. You feel me? If you ask for a price, excuse me, ma'am, how much is that blunt right there? What? Like, come on, gang. Why do y'all gotta act like that? The attitudes be wrong. They wake up, their energy be all fucked up. You understand what I'm saying? They wake up being mad at something they was mad at last night, the night before. Like, what type of shit is that, man? What type of shit is that? You understand what I'm saying? And then look, we the only people that don't address our own bullshit. We don't address our own bullshit. We let that shit get swept under the rug, man. Come on.
Tired of them. Nobody wants to deal with them. Even other black people do not want to deal with these people. You know when you see them in public, you know when they're going to give you attitude at the CVS. Everybody knows it and they want to avoid it.
So how did we even get here? The answer to this can go in a few different directions. But let's talk about the most impactful factor of this, being the media. We're talking viral body cam footage of police encounters involving black people, the dine and dash stories that reinforce negative stereotypes.
Surveillance cameras caught 3 people leaving without paying a $200 bill for a shrimp and lobster dinner, according to the owners.
What time? Look at that bum shit, man. That was some bum ass shit, gang. That was the bummest shit y'all could have did alive. Now couldn't pay for the shrimp and what's the name meal. Like, gang, that's bum shit. And then another thing, gang, I want to know, why do black people, every time black people get caught up for some bullshit they do, you know what I'm saying, they get caught up behind some scams or schemes they try to pull, why do they always try to justify, you feel me, themselves and act like they're the victim? That's somebody tell me that. I never understood that. I never understand that. Like, why in the fuck you trying to act like the victim, gang? Where's the joke in that?
The fights, whether it's on a street corner or inside a McDonald's. The majority of these clips tend to feature people who, look like me, and they also seem to go viral, often shaping how outsiders view blackness as a whole. This type of content has definitely influenced how a lot of people, white, Hispanic, or even black folks, view the culture. Unfortunately, over time, it's helped reinforce harmful narratives, and in many cases has been used to normalize different forms of racism. And let's be clear, we all understand that none of the reactions rooted in these stereotypes are justified, because it's not fair or accurate to take the behavior of a few and apply it to an entire.
I even heard a nigga do some shit. I seen a nigga do some shit like this, gang. I'm right in the store with the nigga. The nigga got money, pull out the money. Pull out a roll. I don't know who he's trying to stump for, because honestly, I ain't getting no fuck. I hate when black niggas do that. Niggas pull out their money, or you feel me, they'll try to flash their belt or flash their little brand name clothing. You feel me, that they wearing, like a motherfucker really care. Like, gang, you the only person that care about that shit. You the only person that care about what you holding, the money you pulling out. Because I'm gonna be real with you. Anybody who got a purpose in life, my nigga, they don't give no fuck about what you showing, flashing, what you doing, how you looking, what you saying, you feel me, how gold your teeth is, how your hair look, none of that shit, man. But the nigga who go right to the motherfucking chip out and he get to stealing after you put out the wad of money. And to me, I'm like, dog, it's always black people who do this dumbass shit, just like these niggas. It's always black people who do this, gang. Now, if you got the money, just pay for it, nigga. You cheap as hell, just pay for it, man. Like, y'all making us look bad. It's a lot of shit black people do out here, and they make everybody look bad. And I think that's where that saying comes from: one bad apple spoiled a bunch. God damn it, because look, they already can assume, well, if that one did it, somebody else gonna do it.
Entire group. However, when certain behaviors are caught on camera and go viral over and over and over again, they unfortunately start to paint an image of the entire community based on a handful of viral clips. Now,
didn't I just say that? They paint an image of the entire black community based on clips that get leaked, based on videos they get recorded. I don't even know why black people report everything, gang. I'm talking about everything. And it don't make sense. I'm like, why the fuck is y'all recording? Putting your phone out every time. Yeah, this ain't a moment of recording. This ain't one of the moments, gang. This definitely ain't that. You understand what I'm saying?
Not because they reflect us, because obviously, you know, I'm not on that. If you're black, you're probably not on this. At the end of the day, though, all the viral content is based on real situations that happened in the real world. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the real world examples that have been fueling these conversations, starting with the Dine and Dash incidents. Now, during the pandemic, or should I say the bandemic, you know, in 2020, when the stimmy checks, okay, the ban started hitting people's accounts and everybody started acting like Black Youngster when he first signed his...
My mama, people start acting like they was really balling and shit like, gang, this ain't that. You feel me? That money is needed for something else. That's just fucking money. And that's another thing. Black people don't do no investments. The biggest investment a black person gonna do is buying some motherfucking drugs to sell, gang. That's the biggest investments black niggas make. They go buy some drugs to sell. Not knowing you putting yourself in harm's way, my nigga. You putting yourself in I watch reach. You feel me? Only so the police can be on your ass. Only so motherfuckers can be hating on you, snitching on you. Only so people can be watching you and waiting on your downfall. You know, I never understood that about black men. You feel me? Now you got the black women out here doing it too, gang. They are willing to go chase that drug bag. They are willing to hit that corner. These bitches out here doing high speeds with these young black niggas. Like, that shit really matter? Or that shit really like you living? You ain't living, goofy. You killing yourself, and then now you making your generation behind you look stupid as hell and look bad, and everybody that represents you, they look foolish.
Record deal, yes. The bandemic. Your money. We start seeing more of these so-called Dine and Dash videos pop up.
We've all heard of dining and dashing. That's when a customer comes into a restaurant, grabs a bite to eat, and then skips out on the bill, leaving the restaurant without paying.
For all my international viewers, Dine and Dash is when people go to a restaurant, stuff their greedy bellies with food, drinks, and all that you can possibly eat, and then they leave and they don't pay a single dime.
I can't lie, gang. I did that when I was young. You feel me? And it took for me to get older and to have more common sense and be conscious of what I was doing to understand, like, dog, that was bum shit you was doing. But the crazy thing is, though, I was with older nephews. You feel me? All my nieces and nephews older than me. Not now one of them niggas was telling me, hey, man, we ain't finna do this. To be more specific, these was the motherfuckers who was actually pointing me in the direction of, you know, hey, look, this is the restaurant we're gonna dine and dash at. My oldest nephews now. Like, gang, y'all weren't trying to teach a young nigga shit. Instead, y'all leading a young nigga down the wrong lane.
This phenomenon or crime has always existed, but it became increasingly common in America after the pandemic.
They watched as the party of seven sat at their table, their food already packaged in to-go boxes. Then they began to get...
Hey, it looked like they all was talking about leaving. It looked like they all was talking about, hey, what position they gonna take, who gonna walk out first, who gonna do this first. On my life. Like, they on the day like, yeah, look, bro, I'm leaving first. Hey, Keyline, you gonna start the car, you understand what I'm saying? And then we're gonna meet you. All you gotta do is pull up down the road. We don't want them to see the license plates. Like, gang, y'all niggas crazy, gang. You niggas crazy, gang.
Get up and eventually run out the restaurant's door, leaving their $200 bill unpaid.
So these clips of large groups walking out without paying began to go viral after 2020. And as it relates to the topic at hand, unfortunately, the majority of...
Everybody look bad, man. It make everybody look suspect, gang. You know, it make a motherfucker know, like, look, when them people come in, I don't get no service. As a matter of fact, have 911 ready. Have 911 ready on the side.
Of course not, because we're not a monolith. The behavior of one individual doesn't mean the next person is going to show up in the same way. So applying that assumption broadly would be inaccurate.
Look at the hoes. I told you that's what black people do. Girl, you walk out first. Then Shaniqua gonna leave out next, and then Shaquana, you come out last, and we're gonna be in the car waiting on you, girl. I swear. Man, black people do some of the dumbest shit, gang. This shit we doing is old, and then all y'all doing is hipping them. Y'all keep hipping these motherfuckers to the shit y'all do. It's almost like the drug game. How niggas be on the corner selling. How niggas got, oh, I got a trap spot. Man, they been on that. They been used to your little trap spot, big dog. You feel me? Y'all black people make it so horrible for everybody else because everything y'all do, y'all lead them right down that rabbit hole to understand y'all black motherfucker scam critiques that y'all do, gang.
Correct. I mean, if you're black, if you're watching this, I'm sure we're probably going to relate, but I would personally never go to a restaurant if I knew that my account was empty. I mean, at that point, we're having
Simple. Who the fuck goes out to eat if you know you ain't got no money? How many times y'all done seen black people go out to eat, go to a restaurant, place an order, like they really got money? I ain't gonna lie, I even have friends that used to be with us, gang. We'll go to a restaurant, you feel me? Me and my boy, we finna buy meals, it's 5 of us. One of them will place an order like they got money, and then the whole time he placed the order to wait on us to pay for his order, thinking he finna get some treatment. Get your goofy.
Eat for dinner because we're grown, okay? However, with that being said, one thing I've consistently heard from a lot of my friends in the service industry, I'm talking waiters and waitresses and even restaurant managers, is that black customers are the hardest to serve. Now, this has not only been said by all races of people, but I'm saying like other black folks in the service industry are saying this, okay? Whether it's not tipping, sending food back too often, we're asking for refunds after they've ate. It's often
whole ass nigga, and then he keep his fat ass on walking. Yo, big fat ass gang. That shit would have pissed me the fuck off. I would have hopped on his head. But at the end of the day, now you gotta, worry about losing your job after hopping on this goofy nigga. Because black people do shit, you feel me, and make you want to do something to them. I ain't gonna lie to you. They'll do shit like this and make you want to fuck them up. I swear to God. Other races do too, but they'll make you want to fuck them right up, gang. Excuse my French, but God damn it, this be pissing me off about our culture. And then we wonder why we get talked about. Then we wonder why people look at us so funny. People look at us like, y'all don't belong out here. Y'all ever been somewhere like, you feel me, far out where a lot of white people usually be at, and then they get to staring and looking at you like you do not belong? Like, come on, man, make this make sense. You know why? Because everybody else that done been around, every other black motherfucker they done been around done spoiled that opportunity for other black people who's not on that. You understand what I'm saying?
said that those things are more common among black customers. So that's the perception a lot of people in the service industry have of us, which is very unfortunate and it's very sad. I mean, it's not a comfortable thing to acknowledge or even talk about. I hate the fact that some people might expect a certain type of behavior of people who look like me as soon as, let's say, we might step into a spot, right? And although, the stereotype doesn't obviously apply to all black people, like me or you, I can't, if you're black, that is, or if you're white, then obviously I ain't talking about you, right? I can't ignore the experiences they've shared with me. Now listen.
He ain't lying, guy. He ain't lying. Like I can tell you for a fact, when we step somewhere, when we go to places, other people will be like this person. You understand what I'm saying? Even to piggyback off of that point some more, like when black people go any spot now, like when me and my family go places, like I told y'all, we automatically get stared at. You feel me? I don't give a fuck if we dressed up nice. You feel me? If we got, you know what I'm saying, some good khakis on, or, a polo button up. However, they still look at us like, what the fuck are y'all doing here? What are y'all doing here? We hope it don't be a fight. We hope it don't be any violence. You understand what I'm saying?
Dine and dash stuff a little more. Because speaking of a particular incident, which was one of the news stories I played you earlier, it went viral a few weeks ago. A black-owned restaurant.
And then the female's so dumb, they willing to follow. The bitch is so dumb, they following the nigga. Like, out of them 3 black people, who had common sense, gang? Who would I expected to have common sense? Like, what the fuck? Like, this shit getting weird. We make ourselves look worse and worse each day. I mean, from all the video recordings of us killing each other, from all the video recordings of us and them young ass teens running out of clothing stores, gang, that shit look horrible. Now that shit is all over the news. I'm talking about, nigga, you trending for that? You want to trend because of that? I think that shit make sense, man. Somebody make it make sense, man. How you want to trend for that, gang? You understand what I'm saying? Like, my thing is this. I never want to trend for that. I only want to trend for something positive you feel me, influencing somebody's life in a positive way.
Chicago called Flavs served 3 people, 2 women and a man, all black, and they decided to run up a tab of over $200 of shrimp and lobster, okay, and a bunch of drinks too. And then they decided to run out the spot.
It's actually disappointing. You know, it was very disappointing to see that from the community that we actually serve, because we pour into our community. We're a small business, and I see this happening so often to a lot of different small businesses throughout the city.
Now, I'm not saying that.
And they only black businesses. Don't get it twisted. They'll do it a couple times to them white businesses, but the black business is easier to get away with. Diamond Dash out of a black-owned company is easier to get away with because you like, oh shit, I'm black. They like, they ain't finna do nothing. And if they do, I'm gonna act like I got a pistol or something on me. Like, but you still dumb. You fucking up your black community. You showing your black people and other cultures how much you care about your people, how much you care about where you live at. Black people, we gotta wake up.
Doing this to other groups of people, regardless of race, is okay, but it's extremely sad that this was black folks doing this to other black folks. The young woman, the waitress who served the table, was a black woman who had kids at home, mind you. Her not getting a percentage of a tip literally means she's not going to be able to survive in this economy.
Why?
Because in America, tipping isn't optional, it's survival. A lot of servers don't even make minimum wage. Their income depends on those tips. So when you dine,
all they fat black ass, look at they laughing. Girl, it's so funny. Look goofy ass. Y'all make us look stupid. So everywhere we go now, everybody expect this type of behavior from us, whether you male or female. You feel me? And then people wonder why black people get talked about. Well, this is why. Blame your fellow black neighbor. Blame you. That's what you got to do. Them the only people you can blame. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because if you know you don't do this, then who else is we blaming?
and Dash, you're not just finessing the system, you're hurting working class people, many of whom are black themselves.
Dang, that was a lot of people. Hold on, let's go back. There was too many people. There was too many
because
people.
in America, tipping isn't optional, it's survival. A lot of servers don't even make minimum wage. Their income depends on those tips. So when you dine and dash, you're not just finessing the system, you're hurting working class people, many of whom are black themselves.
Come on, you ain't 9. That many people, like what the fuck? See, black people overdo shit too. Black people love to take shit to the extreme, like gang. I guess black people, what they do, they like to use that one saying. They always tell me, if you're gonna do it big. Nigga, that don't mean no dine and dash. That don't mean do it big on no dine and dash. I mean, make that make sense. That don't mean do it big on no dine and dash, gang. I'm trying to understand that.
Just trying to, make it through this world and this economy like the rest of us. By the way, really quickly, if you're enjoying this conversation, drop a like for the algorithm and subscribe if you want to hear from me and you want to see my ugly ass face, okay?
They apologized. They sent someone up here to pay the bill, but I declined to accept it. At that point, it was just like, we're gonna pursue this the right way.
And apparently they sent somebody to pay the tab on their behalf after they got exposed on social media.
Wow. So now you send somebody to pay the tab after you get exposed on social media when you could have paid the tab the whole fucking time when y'all was sitting there. Told you, black people always trying to justify something. Like, gang, you can't justify, okay, well, shit, at least we paid the tab. And that's what they'll say too behind paying. At least we did go back and pay it. Like, shut your stupid ass up.
So you telling me that y'all didn't even have the decency to go in like grown folks and say, I apologize, I'm sorry, this economy is beating my ass. Not that it would make it okay, but you get what I'm saying? Like, you didn't even have the decency to actually go in and show your face. That's crazy.
Black people ain't even got the decency to, like I said, speak about their own fuck-ups nor their own, you know what I'm saying, mishaps. Black people ain't got that decency, man. I understand that we decent, but at the end of the day, do we have that decency? Hell no. You can look around your neighborhood right now and tell everybody around your neighborhood who got that decency and who don't. And about half of the motherfuckers don't. You know that.
They sent another person to pay because they didn't have enough courage to show their faces in the establishment. What a shame. Now, another story that went viral, again, featuring black folks. Absolutely hate the fact that we're getting this type of PR, but it is what it is, right? This story involved 3 black women, once again, in Chicago. Can somebody tell me what's in the water in Chicago with all these incidents happening? The audacity of this particular story is next level because...
Too much. And then look, it say a birthday, dine, and dash. Y'all see it at the bottom? Birthday, dine, and dash. What the hell? Who does a birthday dine and dash, gang? Like literally. Like you think, hold on, listen, I ain't finna birthday dine and dash. It's over. What is over?
These 3 women didn't only dine and dash after a $262 bill, they were also caught in 4K, strike number 1.
So the 3 women from Rochester, New York visited Soul Vibes in the Near North neighborhood to celebrate a birthday and left behind a surprise, an unpaid tab of over $200.
And they also made a reservation with their names.
Okay, hold on, let me double check something too. Social media. Okay, bet. I have to make sure I can hear myself. I see my glasses having a dysfunctional problem. Let me see. Once again, the disconnecting. Connect. Ray-Ban Meta glasses. Y'all need to fix y'all fucking Bluetooth connection like that. Yeah, I don't know. This look like it could be in Milwaukee. Look like it could be up here.
Phone numbers and personal info.
Let me see.
Neighborhood to celebrate a birthday and left behind a surprise, an unpaid tab of over $200.
And they also made a reservation with their names, phone numbers, and personal info. Strike number 2.
Well,
they were spotted on surveillance.
Oh, let me make sure that we can hear this. Let me make sure we can hear this, gang. Let me make sure we can hear this. I noticed something. I had to peep that. I had to notice that. Make sure we can hear it. Okay. All right, let me make sure.
Leaving one by one within 30 seconds of the server stepping away. They also forgot that they signed up on the wait.
Hey, everybody in the comment section, most definitely I see you. I will respond. I know a lot of times I don't respond. But I will, respond. I'd be so deep into the, to the work of what's going on. Let's get
including their name and phone number.
And strike number 3 is that they actually went on social media and they thanked a Black-owned business for the free food that they stole, right? And that's how they ended up getting caught.
And to add insult to injury, they posted this onto social media, thanking the restaurant for the free food while laughing at wait staff like Chloe Jackson.
You hear a lot of us screaming support Black businesses, and this is how we treat each other. It's so sad, and it's all
right. I mean, we treat each other so bogus, though. That's the thing. We treat each other so bogus, man. You feel me? You would think all of that matter, but at the end of the day, it don't. Like, it don't matter how people treat each other, gang, up here. Definitely not with Black people, y'all. Y'all know damn well none of that matters. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know that. And a lot of times, I ain't gonna lie to you, a lot of times, a motherfucker would try to change the way that they treat each other. Let me know if y'all can hear me, gang. Let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm trying to make sure I can hear my damn self. But at the end of the day, yeah, a lot of times, you feel me? We'll pay attention and we'll notice how we treat each other. And still, let that shit go how it go. We let that shit fly just like that. We'll let it fly just like that. Anyway, it's a few Black-owned businesses out there, gang, and you got to give them they flowers because at least they try. Too many people out there not trying. It ain't that many people out there trying to have nothing going for themselves. It ain't that many people that believe in themselves. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't got no clue that that they can go hard as they can go, or they can run a full business alone without belief. But to do this to another Black business, gang, and you damn well know where they came from. You know the struggles they got. You know what they up against. A lot of times we are all up against the same thing. But, knowing that Black people still don't give a fuck.
Also really hard to ignore that these types of crimes are becoming more and more common in general. And the fact that it's a lot of melanated folks doing this to other people who look like them, I mean, it's a shame. What do you want me to say? I'm not celebrating that I have to make this video. Like, it's actually an uncomfortable video to make because I'm not happy to see Black businesses suffering because other people who look like them are literally stealing money from them. Like, I absolutely Hate that I have to talk about this and it breaks my heart. By the way, if you've been rocking with your boy for a while and want to support, just want to let you guys know that I dropped my first piece of
You go get that prayer, man.
mindset that some Black people are choosing to embody, similar to the YN mindset topic that we recently spoke about, which is definitely a great video that I would recommend that you check out. The YN mindset is a term that's, of course, coined by me at this point.
I don't YN, that mindset different, man. YN mindset. I ain't never heard nobody put it that way, but I ain't gonna lie to you. The YN mindset, that's something different. Them motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They ain't gotta care for nothing. You hear me? They don't want to see nobody achieve nothing. They want to see their own selves win everything. I ain't never heard of nobody like that, man. I've never heard of nobody like that. Honestly, you know, I wonder why, you know, the people want to, you know, be that way. Like, why would you even want to be that goddamn selfish? Why would you want to, you understand what I'm saying? Like, why would you really want to be that selfish, guy? Make that shit make sense. Make it make sense.
Which describes a youth-driven culture often tied to erratic behavior that more often than not ends up harming others, whether it's stealing, robbing, or just being
that shit. They took what 47.5K worth of merchandise.
Loud and
come on, gang. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of merch.
belligerent in public spaces. Now, this culture that I'm talking about is separate from Blackness itself. I mean, we're talking about a fatigue with what often is called ghetto culture. And ghetto culture is not Black culture, nor is it found.
No, it ain't. And that's another thing I said. Y'all gotta separate that. Stop calling everybody. Look, stop calling everybody the same. You know, look, if these niggas act like niggas, and you got a group of Black people over here that act like, you feel me, real Black people. And what I mean by real Black people, the motherfuckers who want to work, the motherfuckers who trying to own something, they trying to own a house, a business, they trying to culture to be positive, they're trying to do all these things. When you got this taking place, you understand what I'm saying? You need to respect that. Y'all need to respect that. Y'all need to stop assuming every Black person is like every other Black person. You need to stop assuming all these Black niggas stealing, all these Black niggas is disrespectful, all these Black niggas don't respect nothing. No, because it's a lot of us who do. I ain't gonna lie to you, it's a lot of us who's trying to succeed, and we came from that lifestyle. So at the end of the day, why would we want to stay in this lifestyle? You feel me?
Foundational Black American culture.
You should switch to 1-800-CONTACTS because it's
all right. We ain't switching no goddamn contacts. We ain't doing all that.
When I say the word culture, by the way, I mean it in the actual definition. And the definition is the shared attitudes, behaviors, and values of a specific group of people. This isn't about race. It's a mindset that anyone can adopt, regardless of racial background. With that being said, I've seen this kind of behavior from white folks, Hispanic folks,
and dance and shit. Like, yeah, you know, don't get it twisted. Other cultures do some goofy ass shit too. There's a lot of other cultures, they do a lot of goofy shit, but us, we take it to the extreme. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Black people, we take it to the extreme. We don't know where to stop at. Sometimes Black people don't understand, look, it's a certain time and place for everything. And, you know, I'm going to be real because I'm Black, nigga. Sometimes we don't give a fuck. Sometimes I'll give a fuck. Be way up here where the aliens go when we should be down here sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? We should be more present. But a lot of that shit, it don't exist in certain Black people minds, and their consciousness, their common sense block is way off.
Black folks, of course. So it's not about skin color, it's about class, environment, and ultimately how someone chooses to carry themselves. Because the way you choose to walk through this life, your demeanor, your energy, that's not only something you can control, but it is a conscious decision. We all have a choice in how we show up.
A conscious decision. For those of you motherfuckers who don't understand that, man, make the wisest conscious decision. Make the motherfucking most wisest decision you can. And I gotta cuss like I do because on this episode, gang, the Black people need to understand this. See, Black people tend to not understand if you don't cuss them out, if you don't give them a little behind what you're saying.
So when I mention ghetto culture, I'm not talking about Blackness. I'm talking about a specific pattern of behavior, which is undoubtedly dysfunctional and not a productive way of showing up in society. And a lot of it is often born from struggle, limited resources, and sometimes a rejection of accountability. And the accountability aspect—
the rejection of accountability, man. He couldn't have said that better. The rejection of accountability. You see how they put that money in that man's hat? When he can get his ass up and go donate some motherfucking plasma and make that same amount of money, gang, what's wrong with him? I say that every time. I be looking at people that I ride past on the street, not riding past them, not helping them out. Because a lot of times I do. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time of helping them out, I be trying to understand, like, why wouldn't they get up and help their goddamn self? I just gave you the money to a bus pass. I just gave you the money to an Uber ride to go get more money. That's what you're supposed to do.
Is important because when Black people are constantly boxed into a certain identity by the world, but especially by each other, it creates a mental and cultural trap, which is ironic because, you know, that kind of makes me think about trap music and the fact that trap music is a thing. Because when you really think about the name, it sounds like the soundtrack for a lifestyle designed to keep you stuck, trapped in survival mode, trap music, trapped in dysfunction, and ultimately trapped in the lower levels of society.
Yeah, he said it all right. Trap music is here to keep people trapped in the lowest consciousness of society. You feel me? Trapped in a loophole, trapped in a cycle. You feel me? Trapped in all of those things, gang. It's almost like the food stamp game. The food stamp game is to keep people trapped. Trapped in not want to find a job, trapped in not want to work for themselves, trapped in not want to extend their full potential. You understand what I'm saying? And that's crazy because a lot of things in our hood, in our ghettos, in our cultures is meant for us to be trapped. Only if you not one of the strongest mindsets in the hood. If you don't have a strong mindset, if your willpower is weak as hell and you easily influenced by some of the most negativist things around you, then yes, you are trapped. But if you're one of the ones who can defeat the odds, and there are many, you understand what I'm saying? There are many that's defeating the odds. Then trapped you are not. Trapped is only an illusion. Trapped is only a mental state. And that is a mental state you must defeat. That's what I believe in. I believe in being trapped is a mental state that will be defeated. Failure is not an option.
Often when a Black person within the community wants to grow, like they make a decision to actually grow or take a responsibility,
they keep them down. I guarantee this is what he gonna say. I guarantee he say when a Black person in the community want to grow, they want to do something, they want to be a business owner, anything, the other people around them that's not like them or do not got the mindset of them, they want to pull them back. They want to keep them down.
or move differently, they're met with pushback from their own people. They get told,
oh, I told y'all that's what the fuck is when Black people is you know, inspired with the thought or the inspiration of doing much better, going further, going harder, and believing in themselves, they are met with a pushback of their own people. That is by far crazy. Why is Black people, and why would Black people be met with the pushback of their own people if they ever had the conscious idea of the wise decision to go further? You feel me? Or strengthen themselves in areas they was once weak. Let me tell you,
you think you're better than.
Listen.
Ultimately trapped in the lower levels of society. And often when a Black person within the community wants to grow, like they make a decision to actually grow or take a responsibility or move differently, they're met with pushback from their own people. They get told things like, you think you're better than us, or that's not how we do things. A lot of my Black folks, I'm sure y'all can relate to exactly.
And that's so true, gang. You hear me? I don't know how many times I speak up around the world. I see Black people, I know other Black people, definitely when they come up with an idea, I don't give a fuck what type of idea it is. If it's a corny idea, it can be an idea to sell socks, shoes, clothes, food. You understand what I'm saying? A book. Black people will always have something negative to say about what you're doing. They're not going to support you. They're not going to tell you good luck, congratulations, and I hope you take it far. You understand what I'm saying? Before they say any of that, they're going to question it. Well, are you sure that's the right thing to do? Is you positive about doing this? Should you make that decision? Maybe you should ask somebody else or look into it. Why in the fuck would I not trust myself? Why in the fuck would I not trust in my own self? Why would I not have that little bit of faith as a mustard seed and believe in myself? And you feel me? Just take this leap of faith, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. Taking that leap of faith will land you somewhere you never figured or imagined you'd be. You understand what I'm saying?
What I'm talking about right now. Elevating beyond who you used to be becomes a problem, and sticking with what you know becomes the norm, even if it means staying stuck in pain or dysfunction.
On the
line.
And run that back.
talking about right now. Elevating beyond who you used to be becomes a problem, and sticking with what you know becomes the norm, even if it means staying stuck in pain or dysfunction down the line. And the question—
And that's crazy, because right now that is what the Black society and the Black communities all around the world is having trouble with. You feel me? I can't say so much in other states, but you know, for Milwaukee, Wisconsin, most definitely it is, gang. Most definitely it is. It becomes a problem when you have the idea or you have the inspiration or the drive to move forward and become better than what you once were. But wasn't that the whole mission? Isn't that the mission? Isn't that the reason that we do what we do? Hey, wait, to be more factual, every artist right now today that has, you know, made it successfully from the struggles or the trauma or the hoods or whatever it was, whatever condition or situation they was in, they all tell you that same story. Look, we all did this to get out the hood. We didn't do this to stay stuck in the hood. We didn't do this to stay stuck in the ghetto, to leave our families behind. We did this to make sure we all got a way out, to make sure we got generational wealth, to make sure this is what we are all aiming for. Now, I don't know what year and what generation it started, but when the fucking whoever said it was okay for Black people to pull other Black people down, which they call the crab bucket.
Is why is this accountability issue even a thing in the first place, specifically within parts of the Black community in America? Understanding this is not about making excuses, by the way, because we do have to acknowledge the subconscious effect of generations of instability and what it really does to people. When you grow up in environments where poverty is the norm, where instability is constant and neglect is a part of daily life, what happens is certain mindset start to form. You learn to cut corners because survival starts to feel more important than structure, and you begin to distrust institutions, which, to be fair, Black people in America have had valid reasons to distrust for a long time. You feel like the world around you has failed you, and that leads to behaviors rooted in avoidance, rebellion, and sometimes hopelessness. During the Jim Crow era, Black people—
Everything he said was totally correct, man. And that's what Black people been accustomed to. We all been accustomed to feeling like, look, this is the norm, struggling and getting by, and you feel me, making ways and little shortcuts around corners in life is the fucking norm, and that's really not the fucking norm. You understand what I'm saying? We're supposed to be able to do the exact same thing every other culture is doing around us, but instead we don't. Look at how the Chinese people, they grow their own crops and shit. Black people still ain't did that, and we ain't started. Look at everybody else. They building infrastructures, they building empires, they building businesses. Black people, they'll try it, they get so far, but then you got that Black community or the Black crowd that'll bring them down. Sometimes it even goes so far as being your own family, because the family, like he said, they got that mindset that, hey, yo, they think they better than us. They think they are doing more than us. They think they are, you know, outside of us, like we all ain't the same. Let us make this motherfucker recognize where they came from. Like, you ain't doing nothing but bringing them down and making them resent you. You ain't doing nothing but making them not want to fuck with you. You know, because it's you who's going to keep them in the same position they always been in the position that they always try to fight to get out of. It is you, my Black brother and my Black sister, my Black mother and my Black father, my Black son and my Black daughter. It is you who's keeping them in that position. So at the end of the day, once we recognize that about our own self and take accountability and responsibility, then shall we move forward. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If we don't, we're gonna still be killing each other and continuously blaming it on the white man, blaming it on the government, blaming it on the Chinese man, the Puerto Rican man, blaming it on everything else around us and outside of us except for us.
People were stripped of opportunity, education, protection, and dignity. Entire communities were locked out of wealth, building, and basic rights, and that creates a ripple effect. When generation after generation is forced to adapt just to survive, it plants the seed for behaviors rooted in survival over structure. So right now we're talking about the psychological and subconscious effect of what's happened in history. But even with all that context, okay, with all that being said, I want to make something very clear. At the end of the day, how you show up in public spaces, whether you dine and dash or not, isn't about slavery or Jim Crow. It's about personal accountability. Whether you're white, Black, Latino, Asian, purple, green, I don't care, blue. The truth is, people from all backgrounds are tired of ghetto culture. And like we touched on earlier, ghetto culture and Black culture are not the same thing. They've been falsely lumped together, especially by the entertainment industry, in order to sell an image, but they're not synonymous, and they are not the same thing. What's really happening is this. The bad behavior of a small group within a larger group is being tied to race, when in reality, it's about culture, class, and choices. And as someone who's Black myself and has observed a lot of the mindsets that permeate within the Black community, I think the one thing that's holding a lot of us back is the victimhood mentality. A lot of us as kids, through the media, the people around.
I just said the victimhood mentality, man. A lot of people got that. A lot of Black people got that victimhood mentality. You understand what I'm saying?
Around us and through politics are taught that the world should feel sorry for us based on what's happened in history. And yes, I do believe in educating ourselves.
I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a nigga that be by Gallus food store gang. You hear me, off of North Avenue. That nigga be crawling on his knees. And I be like, what the fuck is wrong with this nigga? The other day, our OG asked him, like, nigga, your feet ain't fixed yet? You hear me? Your feet ain't got fixed up yet? And, you know, he like, no, they is. My feet is better, but I just don't want to walk on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather crawl on my knees. What the fuck the joke at in that? Like, gang, you making us look bad as fuck. At the end of the day, man, that's my time, gang. I love everybody that was out there, everybody that tapped in with me, everybody that sat and watched, you feel me, and peeped this Black fatigue talk. You understand what I'm saying? I really appreciate y'all. At the end of the day, what I need y'all to do is share this video, hit that like button if you haven't already, and if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and let your people know about me, man. And you feel me? Make sure you stay tapped in because, man, we need more knowledge. We definitely do. We need more knowledge in our community, man. We need more guidance. We need more understanding, comprehension, all the above, so us can grow, our people can grow. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I love y'all. Y'all make sure y'all stay safe. Take care. Stay out the way, gang. I am gone, man. Actually, before I am gone, though, you know what I'm saying? Before I am gone, I want to let y'all know something, man. Believe in yourself no matter what you do. Always believe in yourself, man. Never give up on your ideas. Never give up on your goals, your dreams, nothing. You feel me? Always go for what you want and just keep going. Even when things looking like it ain't going to work, it's always a door that's going to open for you. You understand what I'm saying? So I love y'all. I am.
Man, you bitch niggas better ante up or elevate. I need 6-figure money, won't hella bucks and hella cake. Fuck boy, I been on dummy, shooting hella ops, make them a day. If not him, then kill his mama, make him feel his wrath in the hell away. Hydro shock bullets out, make through his chest, watch as they swim away. I don't stop shooting till you die in your last breath, and then I skid away. This a hollow tip.